Happy Valentine's Day. Love, amore, eros, romance. The most powerful force in the world is love, but it can be very, very dangerous. What is love rather than the felt reality of the unity that we share, the unitary energy that unites all things, like me and the dog that's in this room and the cat that's in this room. The animals are creeping in here. Thanks for trusting me with your mailing details. Here's what I'm going to be telling you in today's mailing list. We're going to give you 2 tickets to Community. We're going to give you 2 tickets to one of my live stand-up events. You know I'm on tour now, or going to be on tour soon. And I'm going to be marrying a couple at Community, and I'm going to be helping get... Basically, we're fully committed to love. And we're going to be answering some of your questions, as always, and I'm going to be reading some of your feedback for my own self-esteem, because you make me feel loved. And even though a lot of the time in our content, we're talking about corruption and hypocrisy and the way that power functions, ultimately, even what's behind that is love, because we're looking at new ways to awaken and feel connected. I truly believe that the reality that underwrites this apparent separateness, this conflict, this sense of aloneness and feeling adrift is unity. That the truth is that we have everything we need, and we can find everything we need in one another if we awaken. Okay, so let's get on with some of these opportunities. You can win 2 prizes. 2 people can win a pair of tickets to Community or a pair of tickets to one show on my UK tour. And all you got to do is say, answer this question. It's one of those questions that people ask where it's easy, isn't it? Subi set this question because the assumption is more of you will enter. Even though we don't benefit financially from you entering, so we could have made it a hard question. And if I could think of something hard, I would, but I actually can't right now. So who wrote this song, All You Need Is Love? I mean, you might as well just say, ask for the tickets. It's such an easy question. All you need is love. Who could it possibly be? Or the question could be this. Can you think of the name of a band? Can you think of the most famous band there's ever been? That's it. That's it. It doesn't even really serve as a question, does it? But this is a time of love. Some of our content is quite challenging, isn't it? We ask you to confront the possibility that corruption lies deep. We ask you to confront the possibility that we all carry biases and prejudices, that all of us can improve, that we have to move closer towards the people whose opinions we don't suit us, whose feelings and occasionally cultural beliefs we are at odds with. We can find love together. Anyway, so when it comes to quizzes, let's face it, you can just, I'm not going to tell you the answer. But if I did, it would only make it about 1% easier. So send the answer to hello@russellbrand.com. Put I love this as the subject. Tell us what the band was that sang All You Need Is Love. And then tell us whether you want to come to Community in the middle of July, a 3-day event with Wim Hof, Vandana Shiva, Hiron Gracie, B.S. Simpkin. I'm asking people all the time. Great people are coming. Rick Rubin wants to appear as a hologram, but I mean, if we get a hologram fucking machine, we'll have Michael Jackson. We'll get all sorts of people. Maybe not Michael because of the. Well, he's not going to do anything as a hologram, is he? Is he even the hologram? Hey, what's that you do? No. So, and here are some requests that, from you that I want to respond to. Or you can come see me on tour. I'm on tour to about 20 dates. That's the, you can have a look. There's a link in the description. I'm getting married in May, says says Mike. Mwah. And my fiancée, Taylor, absolutely adores Russell. This cat's called Birdie, isn't she lovely? They've all been spayed now. It's trouble. The thing, people say, why don't you get them spayed? We try and get them spayed, but they do a litter, and then you can't spay them because they're feeding their babies, and then they do another litter, they get up the duff again. It's relentless. And they don't always get pregnant from our other cats. Anyway, I'm getting married in May, says Mike, and my fiancée, Taylor, absolutely adores Russell. I was wondering if there was any possibility of a short video message wishing her luck on the big day, which I could send to her in the morning while she's getting ready. It would make her special day better. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, okay. Taylor! It's your wedding day. You're marrying Mike. Last night was tough, was it? What did you do? Hang with girlfriends? You spent the night apart? Well, the rest of your life starts today, Taylor. And along with Mike, I want to offer you this pledge. Married life can be beautiful. You are formalizing the union that you already feel, and there will be tough times ahead, and that is when you will need your marital bond. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy it. Stay present. You're the center of attention today, quite rightly. Try and stay present for every single conversation. Me, I went mad on my wedding day, but actually I'm mad every day. I jumped in the river, went swimming my clothes on my own. It wasn't even to impress people. It was weird. The whole thing was weird. Do it differently. Do it differently. Stay present. I know that Mike loves you. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful marriage together. Stay free. And then look at this. This is from James McMahon and Chloe Wilson Dykes. They want me to marry them. I think, to each other. I'm assuming it's not like we've got this brilliant idea where you join our marriage, Russell, and the three of us. And let me tell you, there are days where, believe me, I'd consider it. But I'm at the moment considering something in my imagination. My fiance and I are big fans of you, says James, I think. We got to see you in Cardiff last year. We spoke during the break. I'd said that when I first saw you many years back, I was a conservative, but you had such an impact on my life that my whole view has changed. God, that's so lovely. Thank you. We were getting married on the 16th of December this year, and it would mean the world to us if you would marry us. I know it's a long shot, but we would love it if you could. Come to Community, yeah? Come to Community, and I'll marry you there. Oh, no, but I've got to marry them. They want to get married on the 16th of December. No. No. You're getting married in July. At Community. Come then. Oh, we've arranged it. Napkins. Fuck all that. You're coming to Hay on Wye and we'll marry you there. Then you can do like a wedding for your friends on the 16th and all that. But the official wedding will have taken place as part of Community, a festival of love and togetherness and alternative ways of living that you can join. Well-being for the individual, community for all of us. Okay, here's some questions from you guys. First one, John. I'm hoping to get some guidance on relationship stuff. I have this budding love relationship. It's long distance. Oh, they're tough, aren't they? I really like this person, and I feel there's great potential for a future together. However, I worry about my lack of ability to not desire other people. John, it ain't easy, baby. It's causing me a lot of anxiety and suffering because I want a committed, loving, trusting relationship, but that seems at odds with this experience I'm having. John, well, I'll tell you this. Observe yourself. Just watch yourself. Watch your behaviour and watch what you're doing. Look at the fact that you are occupied by more than one person, one set of ideals, one set of goals, one set of needs. People are complicated to some degree. If we're at the point where we are, in my view, correctly recognising that people identify in a variety of ways, have different views on gender and sexuality, then we have to re-examine many of our social norms and institutions, even within the accepted terminologies of man and wife. There are challenges. It's challenging to make that kind of commitment. It's difficult to ignore aspects of your own nature. So what I would say is, be honest, but don't be stupid. That's the advice I've been given in my life. It's an honest program, but not a stupid one. Observe yourself, observe your ability to be committed, and perhaps just be honest with your partner. What is it we're really looking for in another person? What do you expect your lover or your partner to do for you? If it's in some way complete you, it's, in my experience and my understanding, unlikely to happen. At best, we are companions going through this life together, hopefully awake, hopefully honestly and authentically. So I would say, mate, just observe yourself and note, oh, wow, yeah, it seems like I need these types of experiences. If we are re-examining many of the social norms that were presumed to be permanent, perhaps we will look too at these institutions. Ultimately, what is the aim? To be fair and just and kind and chaste and true and lovely with one another. Gabor Mate told me that we have two desires. One, the desire to be our authentic self, and two, the desire for acceptance. We need to be accepted as mammals, otherwise we would not survive. Our mothers feed us, generally speaking. Mammals, I'm talking about across mammals, mice, cats, you know what mammals are. So what I would say, sorry for the bum shot. What I would say is, mate, is you have to be your authentic self. Give yourself a chance to be your authentic self. See what happens to you. Observe it. Don't rush. And don't blame yourself for being who you are. Who you are is beautiful. Try to be honest, but also just go steady. All right, mate. Don't rush. Prashani, I lost my 41-year-old brother to alcoholism. He died 2 years ago. We purchased recovery with Russell. I'm drowning in guilt because we moved him out of our house and he died in his sleep a year and a half later. I lost my 96-year-old granny, and although I always respected her, I was agitated in my last call with her. I'm drowning in guilt that my loved ones have left in this way. Can you do a program on grief? All right, Prashani, I will. But for now, your brother dying of alcoholism, no one can do anything about that. People die of that all the time. I'm so sorry. It's brutal and it's sad. We don't know of the people that didn't take their own lives because of our loving intervention. We don't know of those people because, of course, the drama did not unfold. We can try our best to be kind, but we must recognise that we are limited. Your brother's death is not your responsibility. Your agitation on the phone to your grandmother is forgivable. Here is my suggestion. For both of these people, write a letter that concludes the relationship for you in the way that you would have it concluded. Tell your brother everything you think, your regrets, apologise if you feel that you need to apologise. I don't think you need to. if that means anything to you, but you seem to feel that you do. You can apologise. Then you can conduct a ceremony or ritual, perhaps where you visit the site of your brother's remains or whatever is symbolically nominated as the place where your brother resides. Go there, do the ceremony, take the letter, read it out, burn it, do whatever you want to do. With your grandmother, similarly, a little letter, and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Death is, as we know, unavoidable and inevitable. It's coming. We have to make friends with it. We have to make peace with it. And perhaps your unwillingness to accept these two deaths is an indication that on some level death needs to be embraced and accepted more deeply. We are spiritual people, so I believe that death is no more final than life, no more final than pre-birth, that consciousness is all prevailing and we're part of the great unity, and your brother is still with you in the most important ways, as is your grandmother. It's yourself you need to forgive. You have wronged nobody. Conduct those two ceremonies. Let us know how they go. All right? I hope that works for you. Let us know. Here's some feedback from you guys. Austin says, thank you for your book Recovery, Freedom for Our Addictions. It helped me get sober and to be free from drugs and alcohol. I didn't go to any meetings or anything. I just used your book. We should go to meetings. And I just marked 5 years clean. All right, then do what you want. What do I know? It's working for you. I'm happy for you. And so I just wanted to thank you. If it wasn't for your book, I don't know where I'd be now. So from the bottom of mine and my family's heart, you helped save me and my family. Thank you so much. I'm glad it's working. Don't ever shy away from taking as much support as is available and possible. I'm sending you love, and I really appreciate you saying that. Congratulations, Austin, on your life. The ultimate truth is that those principles are principles that have just explained to me, and I'm just passing them on. And all of us have to do this for ourselves, so we can do it better ourselves with love and support and community. Sarah Webb said that she watches our show most evening on Locals or Rumble. You know, we're on every day at 5 UK time. I value your reports and I appreciate all the hard work, and I really like Tim Robbins. Thanks, Sarah. Daniela, I love Russell's latest episode with Deepak on spiritual awakenings and using tech to make up for feeling lonely. I know I've got a lot of questions about that, using tech, but, you know, what do I know? I don't know everything. But it works for Deepak, huh? So there you are. Tanya, thanks for everything you do, Russell. You are my daily news and my conversation university. Thank you. It's a delight to see Gareth there with you every day too. My request is for you to find a guest for Subcutaneous, we just call it Stay Free now, who has some sort of expertise in the archetypal system of human understanding. Michael Mann, probably. Or Robert Bly, might be dead now. It drives me bonkers that this complex human system is not spoken about as often as it seems it should be. We'll probably need to speak to Ian McGilchrist again, and maybe Michael Mann, I think. I'd love to speak to both of those again. All right, well, I'll do that. Thanks for the feedback. Thanks for being part of this community. Thanks for giving me your mailing list. There's a few more things. Can you please advise if Vanguard is funding your platform? That was a joke. It didn't go over well. I knew we shouldn't have used Vanguard. It wasn't vivid enough as an idea. Sorry. No, of course not. We're not. The sponsorships are the ones where I read out stuff about supplements and all that. So sorry. Just a joke. It was a joke. We're not sponsored by them or McDonald's anyway. I'm just trying out jokes. Bernadette, your conversation with Rick Rubin was very inspiring, especially when he talked about creating things to be beautiful or being a vessel for what's beautiful as it passes into expression, and how whether it makes money is secondary to the integrity of serving its beauty. That is the defining principle of art, perhaps. It was great to hear words about music and art that have been so absent from any public discussion. Yeah, I feel you, Bernadette. Thanks. Nicole, you're brilliant and very brave. Your humour's on point. You motivate me to believe we can do something about this. I'm proud of you for standing up and having me burst into laughter. Oh, thanks. That's really good for my self-esteem. Thanks, all of you. So remember, enter that tough competition about essentially who are the world's most famous band, who wrote All You Need Is Love. I told you what to put in the subject heading. And of course, I'll remind you that you can come to Community between July the 14th and July the 16th. And I'm on tour, and there's a link in the description to those dates. In particular, the first few dates, I'm doing very, very small, intimate venues where I try stuff out, and I'm very off the cuff, shoot from the lip type stuff, heart on the sleeve. You'd love it. All right, join us every day on Rumble. You can get it as a podcast now. Did you know that? I love you. Stay free.